Welcome to my artifact room, my collectible room. There is an eclectic collection here of Indian artifacts and fossils and Walt Disney things and a lot of natural history things and historical things, documents from early Michigan. In other words, you could expect to find just about anything here. Well, what I wanted to do, the other day, I put up a video that was shot of Gil and I, my friend Gil and I, working on a farm field, and we made some nice finds that day, artifact finds. And but I took the camera with me and forgot the SD card, so I couldn't record any of the events as they, took place, the finds. Well, yesterday was another beautiful spring day. It was near 60 degrees, and we went back out to the farm field again, and we found some really awesome artifacts. So, and I did get clips of it, and I'm going to show you those in a minute. But unfortunately, again, though, that only a couple of the really best finds are on the clips, because a lot of the items I didn't until I get them home and clean them up and look at them underneath the magnifying glass. I'm not 100% certain on what they are. So and there was two gentlemen that were fishing on the river there, and one caught a monster big catfish, and so there's a short clip of them included in this. Let's see, I think that's about all I need to tell you, except after the clips I'll do a roundup of all the finds. All right, well, come on with me to the farm field. Well, last time I was here, I brought my camera, but I forgot the SD card. Yes. So today, hopefully nothing.
Oh, okay.
I lost my cane last time, and somebody stuck it up in the field up here.
Porcelain.
So it's Gil and I out here with Freddie, and that makes me sad, but it's a nice day to be out here. I'll turn this back on when we find something interesting. When I come out here, is get down on my hands and knees, like I am now, and examine the small stuff, because a lot of pieces that I found I wouldn't have seen if I was standing up. So I'm not going to keep this on right now, but I'll turn it back on if Gil and I find something really cool. I'll be back. This white piece here, the shape caught my eye because it looked kind of like an arrowhead laying there, but it's obviously not. But I'll take it anyways, just to look it over closer when I get home and see if there's anything else here we can spot. But I'm thinking not so much yet, but I haven't gotten to the prime area yet. All right, this is a really small item. It's a small piece of pottery, shard of pottery, and it's right there. And unfortunately, out here, when we find pottery, it's always just small shards. But last time Gil and I came out here, and I showed you in the previous video, I found a really nice base of the rounded pot. And I thought it was just dried mud. But it turned out to be a really nice sized piece of pot shard. And very unusual to find a piece that large out here. But I will again hopefully turn this on when we find something cool. Till then, here's another piece of historic period pottery that would have been used probably by the Albert Miller homestead. Kind of a tannish color on the outside and a dark brown on the inside. Usually I find a ton of rim shards from these kind of vessels over here, but I will again let you know if I find anything interesting.
Hold it close to the camera like this.
How much do you think that weighs?
About 4 pounds. I know one thing, it's heavy.
If you get like a good sized stick and wrap that around, it'd be easier to carry the stick.
Can you
That's like 4 or 5 pounds.
and say, do they put up a lot of fight, I would think, huh?
Yeah, hell yeah. I had to release it and make sure I pull them up again so I won't lose.
Would you have any objection to me using this on my YouTube channel?
Go for it.
Thank you.
Yep, no problem.
Bill and I were walking back to the car across the field, and he spotted this ovate form arrowhead. It could have been hefted. Probably was hefted.
Another piece right here.
It's a very nice piece.
Another one right here.
Okay.
I'm gonna turn the corner.
Oh.
Another one I just picked up. Again, not finished. Started.
Yeah. So, oh man, so this is pressure flake along the edge really well.
Is it?
Yeah.
Right. There's not much to see here either. Just a few rocks.
I think that might make it easier. Don't you?
Definitely. Right when you think you're gonna end up going home with just about nothing, bang.
Yeah, that first one over here was super nice.
Super sweet, huh? That's
Yeah.
nothing.
Well, turn this back off and see if we find anything else really. All right, walking along again, Gil found what looks like a really sweet knife, or it would have been heft. Oh, gee, that's a beauty.
Is it a good one?
That is a beauty. Hold that up.
Oh, nice.
Hold that up.
Is it whole or is it?
That's complete.
Longer? That's complete.
Yep, and that would have
Oh, that is a nice one. Yep.
really nice.
A little thinner. Not most arrowheads are a little wider, aren't they?
Yeah, but the thinner they are, the better I think they are aerodynamically.
You can see the plow has broken that.
Either the plow or the maker did.
Think it still look that clean though? Wouldn't it be smoother through the years?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Could be
That
the end snap.
that is a really nice piece.
Damn, we got 3 now, just like that, just like that.
I won't turn this off quite yet.
How much you paid me for these? I forget.
I gave you 3. Never mind. I can't say that on. I can't say that on here.
That's just the beginning, man. I need more now. No, I'm kidding.
I know you
I'm
are.
fine. I'm fine.
Well, I assumed you were.
Pardon?
I assumed you were kidding. That is awesome, Gil. Yep. That's a good, what, 1.5 inches, 2 inches?
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, here we are. And the arrowheads I told you that Gil found all in a row was this one, and this one. This is a really nice one. It's a snap base. It doesn't have notches. It has no, what do you call it, fluting. So it could have been a knife too, but I really think it was an arrowhead. And it was very thin, which really would add aerodynamically to its use as a killer point. Then he found this ovate arrowhead, presumably. Again, though, it could be used as a knife, but it has what looked like he purposely put a notch down there. But if it was a knife, it was probably used on a wooden handle or bone handle. And but I really think it was probably used again as an arrow. Those are both bifacial. This one is unifacial. It's worked on only one side, but as you can see, the edges were nicely pressure flaked, and the bottom is broken off. I believe it probably would have been a rounded bottom or semi-rounded, and that definitely would have been an ovate knife. I can't see that as having been used as an arrowhead. Why they gave up on making it, I don't know. Now this one is similar to the one I just showed you, except it is worked on both sides, and similar in design but not size. This one is it has a nice dorsal ridge down there, down the center, both sides, and it wasn't really notched, so to speak, very well there, but it was there was a notch there, and presumably there was one on the other side that was used as an arrow. And there's this chunky little guy that we found also. This is probably a bit of an enigma to me, but I think it might have been a small hunting knife. You see it was nicely finished on this side, but wait till you see the back. Terrible. Terrible. So either it was a hunting knife, or it was a piece that they started out on and it wasn't going quite the way they wanted it to, and they gave up on it. Alright, now we also have here, okay, this piece, and this piece. They're all three broken, I believe, chert celts. They were small as far as celts are concerned, but I've seen a lot of very small celts in the past. This blade is very nice. That's left on it. It's beveled. It's very nice. Thin. These are all bifacial. And this one has not quite as nice of a bevel, but this one does. Very, very neat pieces. Then we have this, which is worked on only one side. But you see how at the base how it's not the base now, but how it's pressure flaked. Undoubtedly, this was an end scraper. It was probably held into a wooden or bone handle and used that way. It could have been used handheld also, but probably wasn't. This one again is a knife. Again, it's unifacial. It has the pressure flaked edges right here. It's very crude. It was probably a piece of waste material from production of other tools. So, and here, this little guy is again a knife, and it has a very nicely flaked, pressure flaked edge there, but not on the other side. And so that definitely speaks to it being a knife. That edge is sharp, and that edge is what would have been used. Let's see, I showed you this the other day. That was pottery, but underneath this, ta-da! You don't find big pottery over there, which is why I was impressed by the rounded bottom that I just moved and showed you in the other video. But these are tiny shards of Native American Indian pottery. There was one here, if I can find it now, that did have some nice designs on it, but I don't see it laying here now. Might have been this one. Yeah, this one had lines etched into it. The other ones show that they were cord marked, which was done to break up any bubbles of air in the clay so that it would not explode when the pot was being fired. I've found in the past a lot of net sinkers over there at that site, right next to a river. I believe this is also a net sinker. I know it has the shape of an arrow or spearhead. It is not, but it has purposely been grooved there, and was without any doubt, it was used as a net weight. Okay, moving on. There are a lot of little pieces that were used as knives. Let's see here. Here's one that I was particularly impressed with, because it's a black in color. It's called Upper Blue Mercer. Came from Flint Ridge, Ohio, so it was a trade item that was here. And this edge is mighty sharp, and I believe it was used as a thumb knife, held, like that, and used by hand rather than in a handle. And there were a few pieces of the black or Upper Blue Mercer. Okay, these other pieces, that noise you just heard is my cat having a disaster over there, but I'll get to the disaster later. There were also a lot more historic pieces, period pieces, but nothing any different than I've shown before on here. But here's two pieces that I found really interesting. The first is this one, and look at how deeply serrated the edge is. It's not the complete device, but it's the first time I've ever found one that was so deeply serrated. I've seen pictures of ones that were, but never found any. And this is the second one, also serrated like that. And they would have been used, I believe they would have been used for cutting wood, because they would work really well for that. There's a lot of flint pieces, flakes, stuff like that, and oh, I didn't know that the Native Americans in this part of Michigan were technically as advanced as this next find I'm going to show you. They actually found out how to preserve a snowflake all those centuries in the ground. There it is. No, it's not centuries old. It is a snowflake, but a snowflake ring that probably floated over onto the site when the river overflowed a number of weeks ago. And there was a little heart there too. Okay, but that's about it for this time. Hopefully we'll get to go again in the near future. Hope you've enjoyed looking at these pieces with me. I've enjoyed sharing them with you. Thanks for watching. God bless.